Hi, I'm Bugsy and I'm a recovering addict. I'm going to be reading just for today, November 18th, 2024, Self-Discovery, page 336, basic text, page 42. The 10th step can help us correct our living problems and prevent their recurrence. Our identities, how we think and feel, have been shaped by our experiences. Some of our experiences have made us better people. Others have caused us shame or embarrassment. All of them have influenced who we are today. We can take advantage of the knowledge gained in examining our mistakes, using this wisdom to guide the decisions we'll make today. Acceptance of ourselves means accepting all aspects of ourselves, our assets, our defects, our successes, and our failures. Shame and guilt left unaddressed can paralyze us, preventing us from moving forward in our lives. Some of the most meaningful amends we can make for the mistakes of our past are made simply by acting differently today. We strive for improvement and measure our success by comparing who we used to be to who we are now. Being human, we will continue making mistakes. However, we need not make the same ones over and over again. By looking over our past and realizing that we have changed and grown, we'll find hope for the future. The best is yet to come. Just for today, I will do the best I can with what I have today. Each day I'll learn something new that will help me tomorrow. Say it with me, guys. You make mistakes. Mistakes don't make you. To me, mistakes really are lessons in disguise. Some mistakes that we've made are huge. Some can never be fixed, but they can be learned from. Just because you made a mistake in your life doesn't mean that's who you've become, a mistake, because we're not mistakes. We're here for something. And I know that sounds so cliche to say that, oh, you have a purpose. I used to believe growing up that we won't die until we've completed our purpose here. And then I lost a child and I thought, well, he didn't even have a chance to do anything to fulfill his purpose. But then when I think back about this, and I was talking to somebody the other day, that his death put me in a spiral, and it was up to me to hold the sides and keep myself steady, or just let myself fall into the abyss. And unfortunately, the mistake I made was I fell into the abyss. It started with drinking, and then it went into dabbling with ecstasy, and then cocaine, and then meth. But then I had to think that had I not got caught up after having one of my children under the influence, had they not been taken from me, I probably would have continued using. And once they were taken from me, it was like I was seeing signs along the way that kept saying, stop, stop, stop. And I just kept making mistake after mistake after mistake, blowing through those signs, not even paying attention, just focal point, just having the blinders on, keep making mistakes. That's all I kept doing until I hit a wall. And at that moment, I realized that the mistakes I've been making are doing nothing but sending me on a fast track to hell, a fast track to death, a fast track to a place that I had never ever thought I would be. So that mistake that started out little started becoming big and big and big. And once I finally got my shit together, I realized that those are mistakes I never want to make again. I know what happens at the end of those mistakes. I know what's waiting for me if I continue down that road. And it takes a lot to be able to admit your mistakes. And it takes even more to be able to face them. Mistakes are lessons. Some lessons are a little harder than others to learn. And some lessons you're just never going to complete, but you're going to know it's there. It can be a reference. I can't fix the mistakes that I made. I could have, but I didn't. Not in time anyway. So those mistakes that I can never find a solution to, I can learn from. No, I know it's going to happen if I do X, Y, and Z. And I know that I can't fix it. I know that I cannot go back and find the solution because it's too late. The answer has already been given and I don't have the chance to learn it. Not the answer that I needed then, but I can find the answer today. And being sober helps you keep your mind focused on what's important in your life, the priorities in your life. And I tell my son all the time, Is drugs and alcohol worth your future life, your future self, your future wife, your future kids? Is it worth the trade-off for maybe one good night that may end up in 7 years of hell? Is it worth it? Because I can tell you from my mistakes that it's not. When you have the world at your feet and everything people, dream of, a home, a family, a vehicle, a job, and you just piss it all away because, well, I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna take an extra drink. Let me experiment with that drug. And suddenly, that experimentation becomes life. And my goal here is to let you guys know that we have made mistakes. We have made unspeakable mistakes in our addiction. And now that we have found ourselves in sobriety, found ourselves in recovery, we have the chance to not only learn how to live and learn from mistakes, but also how to avoid making the same mistakes we have made before. Because once you keep making the same mistake over and over and over again, it is no longer a mistake, it is a lifestyle. So it's up to you to learn from the mistakes, no matter how hard, how painful it might be to learn that lesson. Take notes. Teach others. And know that you have something horrific waiting for you if you decide to go down that road again. But also know that being on the road to recovery, you have the world at your feet again. You have the chance to start over. And I've said this so many times, there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands every day who do not get to have that chance. Your recovery is a gift. It's a gift born of your mistakes. Don't take it for granted. And don't leave everybody in the dust because, well, I've got mine. I know it's really hard to help other people recognize their mistakes, to recognize that the path that they're on is going to kill them. And honestly, and I can tell you from my own experience and testimony that it doesn't happen until you want it to happen. Recovery and sobriety does not happen until you are ready. You have to want to get sober. You have to want to have a better life and live in recovery. And we can't force others, but we can certainly show them that it is possible. And that's what we're here for. We're here to show people that the mistakes that you have made do not dictate where your life can end up. So I hope everyone's doing well out there. Learn your lessons, teach them, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.